last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Sanders, a first down, still going. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
That's out to the left and complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Geis. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go. Mike 5'9", Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Again, Geis. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
His kick.
They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
48-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it, Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
On 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Here's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down now. It's Sanders, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain, and it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was brought down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And a give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Miles Sanders, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Able to find his running back, Geis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Now he'll escape to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Hampton. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this returnable for Sims. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Lining up for the extra point.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, it's Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards.
And the Titans.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down. It's Sanders. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. On second down, it's Sanders, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try to run with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
32.
So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He gets it in the hands of Geis. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Geis brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up, and he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On first down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Faking the give, now Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Crawford. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And 7.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Good.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
That's good.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Another run with Sanders. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
He was taken down.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
The 12-yard line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Watson throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Watson now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Watson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Room here to run. The 40. The 30. 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Houston Texans. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last throw here for Watson.
I doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Sanders sheds off the tackle. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a huge gain on the ground here puts them into a wonderful spot. And remember, of course, a touchdown wins it.
And we're in overtime, right? So you have to think defense has been out there for 4 quarters, might be a little bit tired. The attrition of the game may have led to that long run.
They'll run with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.